So click warp, and I purposely move the BPM away from the actual BPM. That way you guys can figure out how to figure it out yourself inside of Ableton. So once we click warp, put your mouse over one of these little arrows here and move it backward until you either fit it into 2-bar space here. If you know it's a 2 or 4-bar loop, you're gonna want to either get it fit in the space here, or you're gonna want to line up the transients. For me here, you can see the snares are lining up on the 3 beat, and that's a great indicator to know we're on the right track. You don't really need to get it 100% perfect with breaks because you kind of want that raw drum groove. Maybe I might nudge this one over here a little bit. Okay, and then from there, we're going to zoom in. You can do the same thing at the top here. And then I'm going to split this part of the track by pressing Control E, which is split. You can also do it by right-clicking. Right-click, and then you go to split. And then you may listen to this, and you may notice, hey, that's kind of fast. That's too fast to even tell what's going on. I don't like it. Well, over here, there's a little section where you can divide it by 2 or multiply it by 2. We're going to want to divide it by 2. So we click that one, and it'll make the BPM that we're warping it at 93 instead of 46 or whatever it was. Now let's listen to it. We're going to loop that section by moving the loop markers. Nice, very raw drum groove. Okay, well let's try to make that more interesting. Now what we could do if we want to make this more interesting, we can zoom in here and we can start moving around the audio and duplicating things. So I thought it would be cool if we duplicate this kick in the beginning. So I'm gonna split it like I did before, and I'm gonna duplicate it by pressing Control D. Now let's listen to it. I actually don't like the way it uses that same crash sample in the beginning, so I'm gonna take a kick from later in the song. So I'm gonna delete that, and I'm gonna find a kick later in the break, and I'm gonna duplicate it over. There we go. There's one right there. So I'm gonna take that, and I'm gonna duplicate it. Same thing as earlier. I'm gonna split it. Then I'm gonna hold down Control, and I'm gonna drag it over there. And that'll duplicate it for us. Now let's listen to it. I don't like that little fill at the end. Like, it's cool, but you know, for a 2-bar loop, it's happening too often to loop that. So I'm gonna move that loop out here for now. And I'm just gonna, you know, I'm doing the same thing as I was doing earlier. I just, you know, you split it and you move things around. So I'm gonna split this section here, and I'm gonna copy it. So I got this little section here. Control, drag. Then let's listen to it. Well, it sounds good, but it's not quite right yet. I don't think it's right yet. So in order to fix that, there's a few ways we could do that. We could copy some other things, but I think a quicker way to do this would be to select the ending part here and to drag it backward. You're going to want to move your mouse over the edge of it. That way you get the little bracket symbol. And once you see the little bracket symbol, you're going to drag it to the left or right or whatever you're trying to do. And we're going to basically take the same section from earlier in the audio. That way the loop doesn't sound as strange. It sounded like I cut off the fill, but I don't want it to sound like I cut off the fill. So let's listen to it now. I'm still kind of getting that vibe a little bit, unless I maybe duplicate the snare. Sometimes you're going to want to do a little trial and error here. I think this might sound cool, it might not though. So I'm gonna try this little snare. I'm gonna move it to the beginning. Let's listen. So I'm gonna tweak it a little more. Let's listen. Oh, that's much better.